drink.
Hey everybody, it's Dawn and
Mindy.
And we are two girls and their alcohol. Wow, look at our alcohol today.
Yeah, it's really changed.
We switched it up. We're drinking White Claw. And these are the new flavors.
White Claw Surge, yeah.
Oh, Surge.
8% alcohol.
That's why it's Surge.
Instead of 5, exactly.
It's going to give me a surge when I get done drinking this. So I have cranberry. What do you have?
Oh, I have blood orange.
No, I'm going to try that next.
Yeah.
It's good, right? Mm-hmm. We usually drink Svedka, and then obviously I drink straight up vodka, but we're out of that. And she always drinks Fireball, which I nearly choked to death on 2 weeks ago. So we're not going to do that. All right, so we're drinking White Claw. And, well, the moment we've been waiting for, we have an awesome guest on. We're so excited. Mindy's favorite festival. My favorite. So we are having Eric Baker on. He is the creator of the M3 ROCKFEST. It's celebrating 14th year this year. I went once. Mindy, you've gone how many times?
A lot. Except 2 years. I missed 2 years.
So. I had a great time, and then COVID hit, so I didn't get to go. But anyway, we're looking forward to this year. So now, bring on Eric Baker.
There we go.
Hey!
Hey, no, what's so sick? I'm wondering what your favorite band is, number one, because you can't tell. And two, what is better, like blood orange or cranberry?
They're actually both really good.
This is the new White Claw Surge.
White Claw Surge, it's called.
So, you know, as you both know, I got married a few years ago. My second marriage.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. So I have like a stepdaughter. She started drinking White Claw, and I have a son who he drinks White Claw, which I find a little weird. But then like find out like a lot of dudes drink White Claw because it's like 0 calories in it. Is that true? I don't drink White Claw.
There's no calories, and I'm actually
just 160.
No, there's the sugars.
Oh, no
the
sugar.
Sugars.
Oh.
The sugars.
Sugar, yeah.
It's the sugar that's low.
Oh, okay. So I prepped for this.
What are you drinking?
Tequila.
Oh.
So
yeah. Woo! That's later.
Here's to not figuring out what your favorite band is, because I'm going to go through that in my head for a while.
Well, no, it's actually this way. My favorite band. This way.
I can't see that.
Not Motley Crue.
Okay. I think you got to change the posters around then.
Yeah, I know. It looks like Kiss.
And actually, we're going to see Motley Crue on Friday at the Hard Rock.
Oh, nice. Anyway, here's to you girls, and being patient with me because it's been a little bit wacky lately. So, thank you. Cheers. When you use the phone,
hold on calls. Well, we're so happy that you're on. We know you're a totally busy guy. And so everybody who's just tuned in, we have Eric Baker on, and he is the creator of M3 ROCKFEST. So we want to hear all about that, and you're celebrating your 14th year. So tell us all about how it started, how you created it.
So an interesting story on how it started. I grew up with a guy named Andrew Dreskin, who brought Virgin Festival over from Europe over to the States. And I was working on the festival with him, and his partner was the IMP people, who are my partners on this festival. And at the time, Coachella wasn't Coachella yet. It wasn't Festival du Jour every weekend yet. And at the time, a $3 million artist budget was huge. At the time. Now it's, you know, for the big festivals, it's 60 million, 70 million, you know. Yeah. And I'm thinking, what do you do that could be not $3 million? Like, how do you throw a festival where you don't have to spend $3 million? And I worked in the record business. I worked with a lot of artists that were in the, you know, the arena rock world, hair metal world when I was in the label business. And I woke up one morning and I said, that's it, 80s, 90 rock. And I went to the guys at IMP and I asked them what their ideas were. And they said, put together a business model. And we shook hands on it after they reviewed it. Also, there was a guy named Dave Hill, who at the time was the program director of WIYY, which was one of those rock stations that always played, you know, 80s rock and broke bands back in the day. And so I went to him, and I knew him, and he said he would support, and without him, it probably would have done as well as it did for the first couple of years. And the IMP guys, and I shook hands, and we've had a handshake deal ever since. And they literally are the best partners anybody can ever ask for. So, and Meriwether Post is really the best venue in the world. So
Great venue, definitely.
Oh yeah, I like I said,
Yeah.
I went one time. I had the best time. I never slept though, because afterwards there's parties after parties, and you hang out with the bands, and they're super nice. So it's a lot of fun.
So, and one of, like, we have the same ideas about the way to run things. It's you know, consumers, bands, like, who doesn't matter who you are. Everybody, it doesn't matter if you go on first, you go on last. Everybody needs to be treated well.
Yeah.
And I think they treat everybody the same way. Like, if you've noticed, there's no arrests, there's no fights.
Right?
You don't see yellow coats of security everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a feeling when you walk in Meriwether Post that you don't feel threatened by all these other things going on, and that you can enjoy yourself. And I think because of the way they run their venues, I think it's very conducive to people that are our age that want to go see rock and roll and want to drink and want to have fun, but don't want to feel threatened. I think that lowering that level of threat makes it more fun. And because of that, we don't have those dangers that a lot of other kind of festivals have. And so once again, it's just a tribute to the partners that I have and the way they run their venues.
Well, definitely a success. Like I said that to Mindy when I first went. I'm like, this is great. It's very laid back. It's kind of family and fun oriented, and everybody's just there to have a good time. And it's, you know, everybody's friendly, and I like that. The security's not breathing down your neck. You know, so that's a good thing.
But I mean, the way those guys run, like their security team, the way those guys run it, it's literally unbelievable going to a security meeting and listening to like where they're located, how they do it, and they blend in so nobody like feels, once again, I keep using the word threatened, but the way they just are in there and making sure everybody's safe, just feeling good and safe. And that's like the most important thing. I got a question for you. Let me ask you a question. Can you name 3 artists from the first M3?
Oh, what? From the first one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
wait, I didn't go to the first one. The
Okay.
first year I went, I'm sorry. The first year I went is when Whitesnake was the headliner, and also Sebastian Bach played.
Was that the year that he yelled at the crowd, or was that not the year?
Well, that's par for the course, but that's like 2011 is the first year I went.
Yep. Okay. Can you name 5 artists from that year?
2011?
Yeah.
I can name the ones that are on my shirt right now.
Do you know we're drinking? We can't think straight.
God, Whitesnake, Sebastian Bach. Crap, who else?
I'm sorry, I didn't go.
I can't remember.
Tesla, Mr. Big.
Mr. Big. Oh, that's right,
Eric
Mr.
Martin. I
Big,
love
right.
Eric Martin.
I so wish you would have Mr. Big because they're reuniting. They're getting the band back together. I so wish that you guys.
They're not doing this year though. They're not touring this year. It's going to come back next year, and we're already talking to them.
All right, good.
Yeah.
We love Eric Martin.
Faster Pussycat.
Mr.
How about this? Black and Blue.
Black and Blue, yes.
So you want to hear something crazy on the first one? And I'm like just looking at it because my memory's not that good because I'm drinking tequila as well. Jeff White, Janie Lane played the first one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I wish I did.
Wow, that's amazing. You celebrated his birthday.
Extreme, Rat, and Twisted Sister.
I love.
Yes, I was there for the Twisted Sister show with Wasp.
Yeah, that was another year, but that was kind of crazy. What about second year when you think about Cinderella and Scorpions? Like, we've had like some incredible artists.
The Scorpions, that's amazing. They're awesome.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I love your lineup this year. You have a great lineup. At that
we do.
You have a Styx, which is awesome.
That's
Styx,
like one of our favorite classic rock bands. Like I love Styx. Like I'm a big Dennis DeYoung fan, and I think you talked about this on another interview. How like when it's the band, but not like the original singer. But that doesn't really bother me as long as you know.
Well, I don't know if you've seen them in the last couple of years. So
I
have. So you know how great they are, right?
Yes.
So Tommy Shaw's a 10. I mean, the show's incredible. So if anybody hasn't seen it, they're a 10. I mean, if you're not a huge Styx fan, you will be. I can promise you. And if you are a Styx fan and you haven't seen them, you'll be a bigger Styx fan. And so I manage Jefferson Starship.
Um,
And
Oh.
we did the Legends cruise. So the day that we were playing, it was us, Styx, and Deep Purple on one of the shows.
oh wow.
I mean, what a fucking show, right? Like no matter what a fucking show. Yeah, if you like music, like that's a great show. So I'm watching them, and I text Styx manager as I'm watching them, and I'm like, we got to meet. And I knew he was on the boat, and we met the next day, and I said, I've been trying to get you for M3 for years, but you got to do next year. Like, there's no option. Like, it has to fucking happen.
That's what called me out Styx.
Like, think about, I'm picturing them singing Renegade at the fest and going, like, I know what this is going to be. Like, I can see it. I can.
People are gonna start crying.
Yeah, and so, yeah, and he told me he was going to make it happen for us, and we made it happen.
Well, you have a heck of a lineup. I go to a lot of concerts, and there's one band that I've never seen, and I'm so excited. I love them. Slaughter.
You've never seen Slaughter?
I know. You know what? I know. Everybody calm down. I never saw Slaughter. I go to a lot of concerts. I met a lot of bands. I've never seen Slaughter.
Well, now you will.
Now I will.
You know what's really interesting? So Slaughter's played a number of times. You know, they're always great. But you know what's going to be great? Extreme.
Oh, Nuno.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nuno.
Yeah.
Hung out with him. Love him.
And they have a new record coming out.
Yeah.
And I've had a chance to hear some of the new stuff. And like, fuck. It's worth the wait. So
I'm so pumped for the M3 festival this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
You want me to give you the lineup just for people that might not know?
Yeah, let's talk about M3 because, like I said, I had a lot of people write to me and email me and text me. Please tell me about M3, the lineup. Tell everybody about it.
So we changed it up a little bit. So we're not doing Friday night this year.
Right.
We'll do a VIP thing with Mike Tramp. And Mike's was supposed to have come out, and then COVID hit, and it's it was really hard for him to get over here. So we're psyched that Mike's going to finally make it. That will be Friday night, but we're only doing 2 days this year instead of a Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And I think that's better for people that are coming from out of town or even people that work. But I do have some things planned for Friday night that just can't announce yet because we're still working through just some minor details. But stay tuned for a pre-party announcement. But Saturday, we have Child's Play, Brittany Fox, Quiet Riot, Lita Ford, Slaughter, Winger, Extreme, and Kicks. I mean Styx, not Kicks.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Styx is the next
right.
night.
Because I know, right. Because now this time Styx is playing on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Forgive him.
Yeah. And then Sunday, Mike Tramp's going to play on the stage as well with Vixen, Riley's LA Guns, Firehouse, Adler, which I want to get into Steven Adler's thing for a second. Great White, Loudness, which they will be in the country. Do not fret. I've seen the visas, warrants, and then Kicks. But you know what? Instead of having a Kicks off party, I actually thought it was pretty fitting to have Kicks close the night one year. Like that's what they did in the beginning.
Yes.
And why not have them close a Sunday night? So I feel like, they're a great band. They can hold the audience. But I don't know if you guys have seen Adler with this singer, this guy from Brazil.
We're friends with Steve. We're friends with Ari.
We actually had him on as a guest a
Okay.
while.
I love him.
I mean, wow. Like that dude's unbelievable. So
He's such energy too. His energy he brings to the stage. He sounds just like him. He's so nice, right? We met him. I met him at M3. That's where I met him, and then we became friends with him. He gave me his number, and we texted him. We talked to him. He's really nice.
Yeah,
right?
he's a really nice guy. Yeah,
and so I'm really happy that he's going to be playing too. That's
yeah,
cool.
I mean, so I feel like this lineup's killer.
It is.
I would definitely buy a ticket.
Right?
I kind of have to say that.
Well, Mindy and I will be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leaving Monday.
Nice. Where are you staying?
At the Merriweather Lake House.
There you go.
Is that
So you're in for the party.
Yes.
We're in for the party.
All right.
We're in it to win it.
Yeah. So tell me your best like party experience at M3.
Let me tell you mine. So I've never been to M3, and I like to party. Of course, I will not be drinking tequila because that makes me go on tables and stuff like that. That's not going to be good.
Okay, so we're drinking tequila. Wait. Let's back up, because I feel like this like has taken a very serious tone because we talked about M3. Like we got to like loosen up here. So you're drinking tequila. We're dancing on tables.
What?
No, I
That's
had
what
tequila
happened.
there, and I can't do it again because I was starting to get wild with. I was just getting wild. Remember with the guy from what was his name, James?
Oh, James Kotak.
Yeah, we're getting wild. So I'm like, you know what? I got to calm myself down. But I had the
Best
best
back tattoo ever on James Kotak, right?
I was getting a little wild. Well, we were drinking all day, and then
he's like so funny.
He's
though.
so nice, though.
I know.
He was nice about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The thing with his hair, like
yeah, my friend was massaging him. I don't know. It was getting crazy. Oh, this was in the lobby with everybody there.
In the lobby, right?
That's
and
okay.
Tried to take Nuno's bottle of wine or something. There was wine. Remember the bottle of wine Nuno had?
He's like, "Do you want a sip?" I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, it was. I think I love the M3 festival too, but then the after parties are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's what it should be. Like, isn't it a time like people could just let go and forget about? Like, for me, music is like, let's just let go for a fucking second. Like, you know,
I never slept.
Fun,
we never slept. You don't sleep.
Yeah, no reason to.
We were up till 4 a.m. and then the next day we got up. We slept a few hours, got up, and that's where we saw your parents at the breakfast. We had Bloody Marys, and off we went again.
Well, it's funny. Like we talked about this before. I think my dad's more popular than I am. My wife is definitely more popular than I am. You know what? We do surveys every year. You want to laugh. So we're like really into the survey thing to find out like what we need to improve on, blah, blah, blah. And there's certain things we can't change. We can't change the price of a beer. We can't change the price of a burger. Like that stuff we can't do. So the greatest comment ever was that we wrote, "What's the best thing about M3?" And somebody wrote the promoter's wife. By the way, I tend to agree.
We're going to have your wife on next episode.
Totally. She's, by the way, way better interviewer than I am, has way more to say. And she's a pro.
Yeah, we don't have many females on. The only other one we had on, we had one other female. It's usually seems like it's all male guests. So it would be great to have your wife on.
So can I just give like a shameless plug on my wife?
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got anybody, especially like dudes, women, doesn't make a difference. So my wife is a doctor. She is a specialist in female sexual wellness. Her name is Dr. Jennifer Berman. She's like a New York Times bestselling author, had a show called Berman and Berman. She was also on The Doctors. And if you want to laugh, check her out. She on YouTube on like some Conan O'Brien clips because she's fucking funny. And she's way better on this than I am. So shameless plug for my wife.
And she's a beautiful woman. I follow you on Instagram, and I love all your posts, your family, your vacations, and your beautiful family. You have a beautiful
thank you. Yeah. You know what? I'm very lucky. I do have a beautiful wife. I have like the best son in the world. And like, I was very fortunate to like marry a woman that has two like great kids also. So you don't take any of this shit for granted because you only get like this life once.
Right.
Unless you believe in multiple lives. And then I got to talk to you offline if you do, because I hear about that. So talk to me. What else? What else we got?
Let's just ask a few questions because they're fun. The rapid fire. Ask Eric.
What is the best concert you've ever been to?
Oh, okay. So get ready to throw tomatoes at me because I actually have an answer because I couldn't answer it before this year. I went to the last show of Elton John here. And I got to tell you, I will have, wait, my dog's making a debut here. Look at this thing.
Oh, how cute. Hi, baby.
So I went to the last show of Elton John in the States at Dodger Stadium. I will go to shows that are just as good as it. I don't think I'll go to anything better. The music, the vibe, the people, it was fucking insane. And the whole family came in, like Jen's kids came home from college early. Obviously Levi, my son, came. It was like the best fucking thing we've ever been to. Had so much fun.
Hello. What's that?
Yeah. Oh wait, that was just my warning for that next thing. But go on. Let's go.
Okay. Ask another
rapid fire.
We gotta be quick. Rapid fire.
What is your favorite part of your job, and what is your least favorite part?
So just so you know, my job is like multiple things that I do. I'm also a manager of artists. So I manage Skid Row. I manage Jefferson Starship, as you know. I manage a group called Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh yeah, well they're from Philly.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're from Boston. Boys to Men's from Philly. But Mike Bivens from Belle Biv DeVoe discovered Boys to Men. So that's why a lot of people get them like mixed up.
I got them confused too. So did Mindy.
Everybody does. No, a lot of people do. But the funny thing was is I wore a BBD sweatshirt last year, and like all the rockers were like, dude, I need that sweatshirt. Like, I'll buy it from you now. So it was very funny. I manage a guy named Leo Sayer.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, he sings a slow song I like. Leo
Sad
Sayer.
Eyes. Sad Eyes. Is that Leo Sayer?
Nope, that's not Sad Eyes. Isn't it like Seals and Croft or something?
No, he sings a slow song from like the 70s. I like, or 80s.
Yep, he does. But he also sings like "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing."
You make me feel like dancing. We're gonna dance tonight. Wait, that one?
Yep, keep it going.
Hey, I never said I was the same.
And I also work with Riley's LA Guns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did they sing the Ballad of Jane?
Well, both LA Guns do, but
Okay.
they do. LA Guns is Ballad of Jane, which is a great fucking song. But so the best part of my job on the concert side is actually seeing people enjoying themselves. To me, that is the greatest part. The worst part of my job on that is last year when somebody called me a Nazi. That was probably the worst part. Which, by the way, it's pretty harsh because I'm Jewish and can't really be a Jewish Nazi. So, no, I mean, you can't make everybody happy, and that's probably the worst part of it. You try to do your best. But so on the management side, working with artists is just like being around really amazing creative people. Like I've managed the Isley Brothers. They sang Shout, Twist and Shout, and a number of other things. And I managed Jack Russell, and I managed Warren, and I managed one of your favorite bands, Candlebox. And, you know, and through the years, I got to work with some really incredible people. So I'm very fortunate. And, you know, the bands I work with now they're all salt of the earth people. And I cherish the moments I have with them. The worst part about working with artists is you can't always live up to their expectations. And you want to because you work with good people.
What's the next question for him?
Oh, if you could have coffee with anyone, any celebrity, alive or dead, who would it be?
Oh, fuck.
I'm having my drink, man.
Wait, I got a drink on this one. It's such like a good question. It's really such a good question.
We get a lot of eclectic answers, I'll tell you.
We've had some answers.
I know. And you know what's funny? Because sometimes you want to deal with, like, you want to sit with the craziest motherfuckers there are, because you want to get in their head to find out why. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, fuck. I mean, I'd really like to sit with Abe Lincoln, but that's so like cliche. But I'd love to sit with Martin Luther King. Once again, a very cliche answer, but really just really inspiring, great people. I still want to know how George Washington got wood teeth. Queen Victoria, that's like there's some crazy shit going on in her head.
Yeah,
I'd like to find out about. Napoleon, gotta find out what was going on in his head. But what was your answer on that? I don't even know. Like, there's so many people in alive. I'd love to sit with President Obama.
I said Elvis Presley.
For dead.
Really?
For dead. I said Elvis Presley.
For alive.
Alive, I said like Nikki Sixx probably, or like Vince Neil. Sit down with them and pick their brains. And dead, I actually said Jim Morrison.
Yeah, Jim Morrison's a great one. Vince I've sat with. So that's an offline conversation. But you know what? Vince is very endearing and a really nice guy.
Friday.
What?
Friday at the Hard.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing him Friday.
Yeah,
you know what?
What?
It's, you know, can we come back to that one on episode 2?
Sure.
Like, to give you a real answer, because I got to think about that. Like, that's such a good question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna have episode 2. So for everybody tuning in, we're Eric Baker, and he is the creator of the Rock M3 Festival. Anything else you want to say? Oh, so this is your 14th year, and the dates are May 6th and 7th, correct?
Yep.
All right. So everybody get their tickets.
we're not gonna, it's cool. We're not interfering on any like fucking holidays this year. It's not July 4th weekend. It's not Mother's Day. As far as we know, there's no vaccine issues this year. Nobody's gonna call me a fucking Nazi anymore. What else can we tell you? So wait, we got to end this on a high note. What else?
A high note.
I could take out the bong. We could do like a 6 graphic hit together.
Now we're talking. Now you're talking our language.
Yeah. We never got into the marijuana conversation. We could do that next episode.
Okay.
Are you on the film?
Watch our episode. We did. I actually introduced it on the podcast about 2 months ago.
By the way, we could do like a total marijuana gummy episode because that's always a good episode with me.
I love gummies. That's how I sleep at night.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Get into the world of music, man. What's your day job? Do you have day jobs?
Our day jobs. I actually work at a salon, and then I did marketing most of my life. Marketing for General Mills and sales. Nice. And way back in the day, I used to work for WYSP, Philadelphia. I used to do the press kits back in the day.
Did you really?
So I did that for 10 years. And then I went into marketing for General Mills. Mm-hmm. And I just got burned out from that. But I did love it. I did sales. And, back in the day was Danny Bonaducci at WYSP. So
that's awesome.
I used to love working down there. Yeah, Old City. I live down in Philly now.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And are you girls on the Pennsylvania side or on the Jersey side?
Pennsylvania.
Mindy in Pennsylvania suburban area, and I actually live in Center City, like on Benjamin, like for the Parkway.
So you have to come to the Jersey side to get weed then?
Oh yeah, of course. I go to the botany store every Monday.
The botany store.
I go food shopping, and it's on my list. Food shopping, marijuana, gummies.
That's very funny. Good for you.
Right.
So do you drive down to M3 or do you take the train?
Yeah,
she
makes me.
I drove the one time and my car broke down.
Oh, right.
I drove down and my car broke down on the way.
That's right.
And we were crying on the side. Well, she was laughing at me. So I'm driving to M3. My tire takes a shit. I had to have the tow truck come and she's laughing at me. And now we're sitting in the car with the tow truck driver. I'm in the middle like this. And he's driving us to Walmart so I can get a tire. So
you got to do next time. Just like, here's like a great tip for everybody that is coming to M3 that's driving. You got to get the extended like AAA plan. So if you're like over 250 miles, like 250 miles or less, they'll tow you straight to M3. Have them change your tire while you're at the fest.
There we go. There you go. It's good to know. It's a good tip. Thank you.
Yeah, Life on the Lam with Eric Baker. That's how you go.
So let's go recap this. So M3 is May 6th and 7th. Yep. Everybody go online and get their tickets. Where?
Get your tickets at Ticketmaster or the M3 box office.
Okay.
And remember, M3 Rock Festival, if you want to get like an easier search on Ticketmaster. One thing to note, do not buy Rockstar VIP tickets from a third party. You won't get everything that you need, unfortunately. Okay. Same thing with VIP. That's why we create these and we create protocols. We want to stop ticket scalping. If somebody has to get rid of their tickets and you know them, call the box office, make sure like you're following the proper protocols so you could get all the goodies. Okay. Mm-hmm. We want everybody to have a good time. Stay safe.
We're going to have a good time.
And by the way, if don't drive drunk. So just, if you have that, get a flat tire, get the gold service on AAA and have them tow you with the ride straight to M3.
Oh, we got to M3, but I mean, thank God we left at like 9 a.m. because we got there. My tire went dead flat. I called the service. They came. I was crying. She was laughing at me. And the tow truck driver felt bad. So he put us in the car with him. And he literally took us to the Walmart to get a tire.
Awesome. Why don't you girls document your whole road trip down there?
We have some funny stories off air. We'll have to tell you.
No, but you got to know. Docket like totally blog the whole thing, and like we'll keep like posting like on the M3 channels like different snippets of your like trip the whole way down.
Oh, you would have loved that one with the tow truck and her laughing at me. I was literally crying.
Well, that's the whole part. It's only going to get better now.
It's only going to get better. I can't wait now. So everybody stayed at the same hotel. Where are we staying again?
Merriweather.
Everybody stays at the Merriweather Lake House. If not, I think there's a DoubleTree, which is like where we did it a few years ago. Everybody had fun there. Doors are going to open at 11:30, it looks like, but stay tuned. That could change.
Okay.
It's going to be a fucking good time this year.
I can't wait. We have so many overwhelming responses. People are asking us all these questions. So everybody, you hear it from Eric Baker himself. Get your tickets for M3 ROCKFEST.
They've all.
6th and 7th. There's no excuse. There's no Mother's Day. There's no
exactly
freaking 4th of July or whatever's going on.
There's no excuses this year.
There's
it's
no
free rock and roll.
Your asses to M3.
Yep. Get your asses to M. Fucking let's go.
M3 rocks you harder.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, listen.
Thanks for coming on.
We know you're
really
a busy guy. Yeah, we know you're super busy. We appreciate you coming on. And stay tuned, everybody, because this is part 1. And stay tuned for part 2.
I'm back in part 2 whenever you want me.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, on that note, thank you so much for coming on. And cheers.
So much fun.
I'm
cheers.
out.
I finished it.
Alcohol. I'm out. Look, I'm out. Oh!
I'm out.
Tequila. I'm going to have to bring a bottle of tequila M3.
And please tell your wife that we said hi.
I will definitely tell my wife.
Oh, she's coming on next time.
She'll come on next time.
We have some girl power.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get my ass kicked on the next one.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna be in the background. We're gonna be like, who? Eric, who?
That's okay. She's I told you, she's a better interview than I am. Way cuter, better interview. But you know, it's all good.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
To help us?
Yeah.
What makes a good interview? Because remember, we're new at this. We're not even a year into this.
Great.
We had some good guests on, but what makes you a good interviewer?
You girls are great.
No, we could take criticism. It's okay.
No, you girls are great.
No, I'm serious.
Thank you.
No, you know what makes it good? Like I told you, I'm not gonna name the person's name. Like Paul Gargano and I like just riffed for 90 minutes and we had the best time and we talked about singlets and stupid shit the whole time. we went off the rails a little bit. It was great. The one guy that we were talking about before was so serious, like you couldn't get into a rhythm. Right. And so we had a nice flow today. I thought you girls were great.
Yeah, well, we're very laid back. We drink. We like to hear what you have to say. We love our guests, and we appreciate everybody because you're taking the time out to come on. We can get a little wild. This is a little delude for us. Sometimes we come on later, and that's really wild.
So, and you're true to what you do, which is true. You drink and you love rock and roll, and that's what matters.
Now, do you know Joey Casada?
I don't.
From ZO2?
Oh, I do. I'm just bad with names.
So he named us. So we hang out with, Eric Martin and Steve and PJ Farley. And one night we're out at a bar. We're hanging out. Was it LA? No, it was before that.
It was before that, yeah.
And he's like, you know what?
He's like, don't call it the Dawn and Mindy show. You should call it Two Girls and Their Alcohol.
That's how we got our name.
That's very funny. That is very funny. Wait, let me just tell this guy I'm coming on right now because I'm late to something. Hang on one sec. Don't come here.
You want us to come on your call with you?
That would probably not be good on this one.
Okay. Oh, okay. You have to be serious? Okay.
This is actually a very serious one. Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll be serious.
Yeah. There's no drinking on this one.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The good news is I already drank. So,
hey, listen, if you ever need, if you're stuck for like a host for M3, you can always have two girls and their alcohol because we would love to do it.
I love that you're rocking the show. But let's continue part 2.
We're freebies.
I love that also. Maybe we could get you to host the nighttime stuff.
That's a good idea.
If you got to be somewhat sober though.
Yeah, we would.
Two things. Let's have a part 2. And I got to figure out who I want to like have a talk with, dead or alive.
Okay.
All
but
right.
not the band dead or alive.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Think about that question.
Yeah,
very-
I will, because it's a great question. All right. Well, to be continued.
To be continued. Eric
Yep.
Baker, everybody. Thank you so much. And
Two
everybody
girls
check
and their
out
alcohol.
M3
Love you.
ROCKFEST. Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk.
All right.
All right. Thanks,
Peace.
Eric.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yep, see you.
If I hit end broadcast, but I